Hi everyone, I'm Trace. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't recorded for a while because I've just been a little bit under the weather, but I'm perfect now. What I'm doing today is I'm going to bring a little message in just for the weekend for all of us, a card A and a card B, just so we can have a little bit of a fun and a little pick a card. And I'm going to use my unicorn oracle cards to choose the pile A, pile B. And I'm not going to give it any subject. I'm just going to leave it up to you this weekend. It's a magical month of October, and I've bought all these little magical themes in between. I've got magical cards I'm using. So I thought let's do pile A and pile B just on your own accord today. So, I hope you've watched my main guide for the month. I did a beautiful reading right at the beginning of the month because the energies were so different, changing over. And each tarot scope indicated what this month would bring for you. And it was very much a connection to the divine this month. This whole month is about individually connecting to the divine. What that means for you, how you can bring that into your spiritual practice, how you can bring it into everyday life. It's about living with that purpose. So I thought today, let's just do a little check-in to see how you're doing. So pile A, how are you feeling today? Let's see what card is for you. We've got this one, which is Happy Surprise. And then pile B, how are you feeling about your spiritual journey this month of October? How does the mystical month of October been resonating for you? And how are you feeling in this month? Are you practicing what you need to be practicing? And then this one says, listen to your true feelings. So we've got Happy Surprise, something very good is about to happen. And don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. So that's B. Happy Surprise, B. So meet me there. I'm taking out pile B and leaving it on the side here, and let's do pile A. So Happy Surprise. You know what? We can decide to have happy surprises every single day of our lives, as far as I'm concerned. We don't need anybody to give us a happy surprise. And I think, even coming here to this channel and getting a reading from a choice that you've made can be a happy surprise. This can be your happy surprise. Some positive words coming through. And as I said in the intro, what practice are you doing right now in order for you to live your purpose of not just surviving, but actually investing in some kind of a practice that you can do every day to make your life magical, to give your life a surprise every single day? And don't let the outside world govern your life. How are you finding peace? Because the moment we wake up, we are bombarded by 1,000 things that we have to do. And I know that the response in each of our minds goes crazy. Like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to protect ourselves? How are we going to sort this day out? And we don't even think about it. We just put our foot down in front of the other and we just go. Some of us have a fight or flight kind of reaction, and our cortisol picks up and we get all scared and we don't quite know what to do. But the pattern that we are in every single day, that is what I want to see, how we can help you. How can you have a happy surprise in your life? And how can you allow for something good to happen every single day of your life, instead of having to be on the back foot where life is chasing you all the time instead of you chasing life? So let's see what's coming up for you, pile A. And you have the Nine of Swords. Exactly. This is exactly what I said. So the energy of me chatting before has brought through exactly what could be happening in your life. And you can have a look at her here. She is lying with all these swords, look like they are penetrating her, but they're actually not. So swords are thoughts in tarot. And look at all these swords hovering above her, all this energy, all this danger, all this feeling that they are threats. And you know what happens when you wake up with that pattern of worry? You see threats everywhere. Every single person is a threat. You think people are talking about you. These little snakes become very evident in your life. And that pattern starts to roll over and roll over and roll over. And when you're in that space of worry, in that space of your cortisol levels are flying high and your pulse is up and your mind is worrying, it's very difficult to get back. It's very difficult to get back to life, to say, you know what, I've got a happy surprise coming for me, or I'm looking forward to something in my life. Let's see what your second card says. And you've got the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords is about making that decision. And you've got a lady here, her face is inside this elephant. And we know, I live in Africa, and these elephants are known as the most wise, memorable creature. It's a majestic mammal that is nurturing to her young. The bull elephants go off on their own and they do their thing, and they create little herds on their own, but the female is the matriarch. She is she runs that herd. She runs, they choose one matriarch, and she is the one that goes off and creates life for her herd. She makes sure that everybody is responsible enough to find land every day to eat, that all the babies are in the circle of the strategia come, that the matriarchs, the female elephants, gather around all the little babies. So this Two of Wands is saying, what are you deciding in your life? How are you going to nurture your life? How is your big presence going to be taking on instinct rather than letting the outside world dictate to you? Because every single one of us has that instinct inside of us to create a better environment, to know what's right, to know what's wrong, to know where danger is, and to cope with it. They don't have shelter, these elephants. They don't know where to go. So usually the Two of Swords is a lady with a blindfold on, and what she's doing is she's using her other senses. So what Spirit is saying to you, in order for you to have happy surprises in your life, in order for you to find something good every single day, it's up to you. That's a decision that you need to make in order to understand that life is throwing all of this 1,000 things that bombard you every day. Take a deep breath. Don't let what you see upset you. Anchor yourself in the present moment and notice things around you that perhaps you don't need to see. Rather sense them, feel them. I know that when they are miles apart from each other, they have a low vibrational sound, elephants, and they can talk to each other from that humans can't even hear that. And that is incredible. So what Spirit is saying to you here is that practice this innate knowing inside of you, in your head, that you can make decisions today where your anxiety lives, that you will have relief, that you will find relief, that you'll be able to move on in your life and not let circumstances and things that you see that are present in your life upset you. And let's see what your third card says. And you've got 10, 11, 12, 13. You've got the Death card. So that is exactly what this is saying to you. Is close that door. Put to death, if I want to say, use that word, to all the things, all these outside influences, all the things in your life that feel like a burden and a threat to you every single day. You will find relief when you do that. Let's just draw some more cards here. Let's have some clarification cards. On this Nine of Swords here, Angel Spirits Guides, what is the clarification card for this Nine of Swords? And you've got the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is usually a card about reminiscing and bringing in what you know. Now, look at this. You've got two little children in this starry, beautiful atmosphere, and what they're doing is they're going back to the emotional self where there wasn't fear, where they were secure, where they had a way of life where nobody would dictate to them, that they weren't responsible for anything. They had people nurturing them. So I know that's not ideal. You can't go back to your childhood, but think about how you felt in those days, how secure you felt, how you didn't have to worry about paying the bills or being responsible for anything. Take that strength from that, and that's what your card is there. Let's see what your second clarification is on your Two of Swords. What is the clarification card here? And you've got the Death card again. Now, this Death card is just incredible. She's she's leaving all this nonsense behind. She's leaving all these scary thoughts behind, these scary situations, the war that's been going on inside of her. She's getting on a raven and she's moving out of this direction. And in spirituality, ravens are birds that move between the two worlds. And it couldn't be more appropriate for October, because what Spirit is saying to you here is these ravens take you to a place where you need to heal. I mean, you have peace, and you can govern your life in that way, because, as I said in the beginning of the reading, we need that spiritual connection where we can implement into our lives, where we can practice and not sort of lock out the loud, lock out what's happening behind us. And having two Death cards in one reading is saying that something needs to give. Something needs to be left behind in order for you to move forward. You cannot keep staying in this anxiety state in your life, because happy surprises will nothing in your life will be a surprise anymore, because you are probably expecting bad all the time. And you know what happens with that? You perpetuate more. So let's clarify your Death card. What is the Death card's clarification here? What extra advice have we got for you going forward. And you have beautiful, oh, you've got this beautiful Temperance card. This is my mini Celtic tarot. And it's just so beautiful to there's the backs of them. It's so beautiful to clarify everything. And now you can't be in a state of flow, in a state of allowance, if you are putting up a barrier every single day with 1,000 bombarding thoughts that could really take you into a scenario that you can't get out of. You know, sometimes when you're in a situation where your thoughts have gone down the rabbit hole, how do you get yourself back? You know, there's not an easy way. And what Spirit is saying to you here is with these 2 death cards that you need to find balance. And yes, of course, we live in a world of duality where there is a 3D world, there is responsibilities, there is fear, there is safety issues. There's all sorts of political and social bombardments that come at you everywhere, every day. But how can you get out of your own head? That's what this whole month of October is about. That's why, please, if you haven't watched my beginning of the month October taroscopes, please go and have a look at your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign. One of them will have a beautiful message for you there. So I'm going to end off with a earth card now, which is the earth magic. Let's see what Spirit's guidance is for you going forward. What have you got? You've got activation, wind. And if you have a look here now, this is also that coming in with your 2 of Swords, saying to you that you need to have a change. You need to have because wind, air is part of the sword suit, which is a mindset. So your mindset needs to be activated into something that you would never have thought. You need to get rid of all those past thoughts that you've always had, create a diversion for yourself. And, you know, various currents of wind will be circulating around your life, and that's how you find your balance, because sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And when it circulates like around your life, where there's a bit of a gentle breeze one day, perhaps, where you can look to see where the surprises are, or where there are flowers, and where you can sort of see where things are, and then you've got that wind that comes in and snaps trees and absolutely takes out everything around you. And that is quite a situation, because you don't know how to handle it. But those are the times that you gain your strength. Those are the times that you connect with your higher self, connect with something greater than yourself, and you look for the good and the gentle sort of unheavy moments, the not so heavy moments where it's not so intense. And you can take a breath and you can check in with your higher self, and you can shift your whole personality, your whole perspective, so that you aren't always in this fight or flight mode of this 9 of Swords here. So I think your message today is this great surprise can probably come in those moments where you can't always be in that hectic state of worry and imbalance. So it feels like your whole reading is about taking a breath, get familiar with walking through all of this, and take situations in your life where you can actually balance yourself out. Play music when you need to. Put your music loud when you're driving your car. Read a good book. Watch a movie all weekend if you need to. Use this balancing card to actually understand yourself, your rhythms in your body, in your mind, and physically know when you need to get up and go to an art gallery to take your mind off something, or connect with another human, and take the action that you need to. Because I think what you're not doing, you're spending too much time in this zone, and you've lost how to be traditionally secure again with yourself. So if you let your physical body be active as well, that movement alone will balance you out. Dancing, listening to music, singing, just enjoy this time. And I think this activation here is saying to you that there needs to be some kind of a different flow in your life that you can have. You can feel this piece of activation, and then when the wind comes, you've got this toolbox. You've created a toolbox of yourself, so when you are unsure, you're not rushing and running around and not balancing out. This is what the Spirit is saying to you now. This death card here is one of your biggest messages here today. And with the death card, there's always a do and don't. So do's of the death card is make changes, accept the news that comes to you, look for silver linings, look for the surprise, be bold, create new habits, get a makeover, go look at how you can change your life so that you can noticeably feel the difference. But don't cling to the old ways. And this is what this nostalgia is saying, is perhaps You cope better then because you didn't have all this drama in your life. And, you know, if you go back to these old ways and regroup yourself and recalibrate yourself, you can find a completely new conventional way of being. So this death card is definitely saying to you that radical changes need to happen in your life, and you need to welcome them. And this activation of the wind is saying, get new energy into your life, get new things going, because nothing is standing in your way right now, nothing except yourself. So, you know, change is also very hard. It's also very hard to be in that state because you've been this way for so long, and that happy surprise, it doesn't feel like that something good is happening in your life. So everything has dual nature in life. Remember that with this Temperance card, everything. So you sometimes will have dark and light. You'll sometimes have focus on bright focus and surprises, and then sometimes you'll just get this wind coming and knocking down trees in your life. And I think that is the circle of life. So I think challenging yourself and noticing the forces that are in play in your life will help you, acknowledging them, working with them. And at the beginning of the reading, I said to you that this whole life is about finding a deeper purpose. And if you practice that connection with your spiritual connection, you could always feel so much more. I think the word is actually just connected to yourself and connected to something bigger than yourself. It makes you brave. It makes you positive. It helps you to be brave. It helps you to be positive. And I think that is what Spirit is trying to amplify for you right now. Because one guaranteed thing in life is that there is change always. And rather go with it, jump on your raven and go into it, than fight it and be in this zone here where you are so worried about things being the same old, and not connecting to your instincts. Because you didn't come here as a human to fight your instincts. You know, you've got the savvy inside of you. You've got the tools. The toolbox is there. So on the downsides, use those days to make yourself have surprises. Notice little things in your life. Make those changes. Look for grace. Look for the silver linings. And I think as a life lesson, you will feel better. You'll be able to live in this vicious circle, and you will have a different choice, because this 2 here is saying that's your choice. Right, pile 1, I hope that is going to help you for the rest of October, and we'll chat to you soon. So let's put all these away. All right, card B. You have listened to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something you know that was wrong for the first time. So those of you who chose this one, let's see what's coming up for you. What are you unsure of? What do you need to slow down with? What are you rushing into? What is hidden that you don't know about that you need to sort out? Okay, what's hidden? What's known? So let's do the first card. What are you unsure about? What are your true feelings? And then let's go to what are you needing to move forward? What's known? Let's see what's coming through for you. File 2. All right, so you've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is a rescuing card. It's always it's an energy of being the knight in shining armor, always going out there and having to help people and rescue people and do their bidding and find a passionate way to help. And this could also be yourself as well. And this could also mean that you know what your true feelings are. So don't listen to others and be on your high horse about it. Let's see what your second card is. And you've got the 8 of Pentacles. Love that. And then you've got the 3 of Swords. Now, this is very, very true here, what's happening with this 3 of Swords. I'm actually going to put it in between here. What is hidden and what you're unsure of is that you've been disappointed by people before. You might have walked into a situation or been in a situation where you've trusted people, you've helped people, you've always helped people, and what's happened is it hasn't come back to help you. It's come back to bite you, because here you are rescuing people outside of yourself, and you are passionate about it. It might be pertaining to a relationship, it might be pertaining to your job, and this is saying to you here, what are your true feelings? Don't think about what you have to help others with. What are your true feelings, Palby? Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. And this card is very, very apt for that statement. Don't let others talk you into something that you know is wrong. So if it means that you're going to gain liking, or you're going to gain a promotion, or you're going to gain a relationship by doing something for somebody else that you know is wrong, this is a warning for you to say to you, please, pal B, it's going to break your heart in the end. And it might even be a already happened kind of situation, because the Three of Swords is about disappointment. It's about being in a state of living, of doing things for everybody else, and you're disappointed constantly. It breaks your heart because you feel it, you feel the pain. And then you've got the little Eight of Swords here, of Pentacles here, and look at these little elves, these little strange people. They are building a chain, and look at the looks on their faces. They're enjoying it. They're focusing on what's theirs. They're focusing on what they love. And at the end of the day, this is what your whole reading is about, is what is your true feelings? What is your passion? What do you need to be your own rescuer with? This is a rescue for yourself, not everybody else around you. And I think this is very much a lot of people out there, that we are people pleasers. We always think that if we do that, we'll get that back from somebody, or that person will be kind to us. That isn't always the state. Unfortunately, people are not always that kind out there. I'm going to draw some clarifiers now, but I just want to know, you ask yourself now, what do you know inside of you? What do you need inside of you, and what do you do? Because this is a doing card. It's a card of what is it inside of you that needs to be cherished and nurtured and built up and used, because these people, these little elves here, they're building something that they love. They're putting their energy into something. They don't work a day in their lives because they're doing something they love. And this effort that feels like you're putting an effort into something that is not giving you a return. And when I say a return, I don't mean a return of investment of money. This is a return of investment of what you love, because you got a heartbreaking card here, and you've got a Wands here. And what's missing for me is at the Cups. There's no heart, there's no love in this. So let's see what your clarification cards are here. Let's see what's coming up for you to clarification. And you have the Lovers. Oh wow. And you've got two cards here, Nine of Pentacles. And let's clarify this Three of Swords here. This Three of Swords card here. And we have Ten of Pentacles. And let's clarify. Oh, it's giving me a clarification already. So let's have a look at all your cards now. So you've got the Lovers card. And now in this deck, you've got it's almost like a jealousy situation. So that did come up here. You could be in a situation where you are trying to please somebody all the time, and you're doing nothing because they're looking at somebody else anyway. So that's that card. And this is usually, the Lovers card is about choices. All right. The whole energy of the Lovers card is about actually making the best choice for your body, mind, and soul. Sorry, I had to cut the video there because I live in a place where they are doing leaf blowing and cleaning. It's a cleaning day, so there was a bit of noise. So I did pause the video there, but what I'm going to carry on saying to you now here is you got 9 and 10 of Pentacles in your clarification cards of what came through for you initially here with this Three of Swords, and this Knight. Now usually a Knight is very much a rescuer, as I said to you. It's very much doing a service out there, and doing it with passion and getting out there and just like go. And it's clearly not working for you, in the sense that is it for you or who's it for? Because this Nine of Pentacles, being a clarification card, is saying to you, what do you do in your life that's actually for you? Because this is the reward of coming back to you in your zone. So if you're building a legacy for yourself, let's say this is about your job, or this is about a relationship, or this even could be a spiritual journey. This could be a spiritual journey for you. You could be just needing to listen to your own feelings about your spirituality, and something you need to do in that line of your life. But these two cards are saying to you that when you make long-term plans with your health or with yourself, or when you make sacrifices for the long game, that helps you, that helps your pots of gold work, if that makes sense, because he's got little pots of gold here. This is the Tree of Life underneath him. That is because it's saying, Spirit is saying to you here, is that you need to do it on your own cognizance, because the Nine of Pentacles is like the retirement card on your own hard work. It's about you making that commitment to yourself, and it's about you sort of giving yourself a good chat to, and not drifting off to wait and see how things work because you're trying to please others. And I think this Ten of Pentacles is the same story. It's like joining in to start over in your own life, focusing on your immediate plans. And you know, both these cards are long-term cards. Pentacles are about the long game. So you've got 8, 9, and 10 of Pentacles. So it's about the long game. And in tarot, it means years and years and years of hard work. So whatever you've done in your life up to now, pertaining to this card about listening to your true feelings, has brought you disappointment. It's making you feel, what am I doing? Am I actually doing this for me? Am I doing it for them? You know, you could even be having a very bad day with your kids, and you're thinking, you know what, these little buggers, I've given everything for them. I've put so much aside for them, yet they repay me in a cheeky way, or they're not listening to you, or this could be as simple as that. It doesn't even have to be as deep as this whole big message that's coming through. But I feel that your whole energy here is about that long-term goal. It's about opportunities that sort of come through for you that perhaps have been a challenge, and perhaps your goal is not to actually underlyingly be doing it for yourself. So this is what Spirit is saying to you. Please listen to your true feelings. Are you going to bed at night and worrying about what the bigger picture looks like? Are you achieving anything for yourself? Are your goals about you working towards this? That's what I just feel. I just feel like there's a whole disappointment here of what you're working towards, because it feels like your job in it is secondary. So with your last card here saying to you, please just make sure that you are focusing on what you love, that you're putting your head down, you're following through on what's your rewards, not everybody else's. And all three of these cards are saying that. So who you're building a legacy for? That's the question I want to ask. And then you've got this major arcana card here, the Justice card. And the Justice card is always about being, it's like a consequences card. What are you choosing? Are you choosing? Are you feeling a victim in your choices? Are you repeating the same old patterns over and over? And because this is coming out here with your 8 of Pentacles, it's definitely advice on, you know, what is fair and just for you as an individual, Pile B? And what is fair and just for you? Because there are life lessons that are coming out here for you. What are you building on? What strengths are you building on? What are you focusing on? Is this your strength? You know, how do you know that you're going to be achieving this lifetime goal? So your whole message is around, go back to what you feel is right. Go back to what you feel is fair. Because the Justice card is exactly that. It's about that, making the choice on your way of being. Because you don't want to get to 70 years old where you've built this whole legacy and you go, I'm eating right and doing a diet because my husband told me that I'm overweight, or my wife told me that I don't look healthy. What is in your heart? What is it that you need to be concentrating on? So be sure of you. Slow down and be sure of you. You know, there's something definitely hidden here with your reading. Almost like you've been told to do something that does not resonate with you, 100%. So I think, Pile B, those of you who are here that are wanting to confirm from Spirit that you're definitely on a path of needing to change out of rescuing everybody else around you and go back to you, concentrate on you. It's a very selfish attitude here, but it's a selfless decision that you can make because you're not happy in this space. And you know, the life lesson of this Justice card is that everyone does what they do because they think it's right. And most people think they're doing the right thing. The trouble is that we all sort of morally blind because we think that we're pleasing everybody else. But so be very mindful of your blind spots and be honest with your intentions, because you can't complain around you if you're giving all your energy to everybody else and you aren't focusing on your own life, and then your life doesn't feel 100% as if it's satisfying to you because you're pleasing everybody else and you're not getting the rewards back. So be truthful with yourself, be supportive with yourself, be analytical, be brutally honest with yourself, because that's what your first card is saying. Listen to your true feelings. This Justice card could actually be sitting here. And I think at the end of the day, when you do that, you can almost forgive others for taking advantage of you because you haven't been true to yourself. And you know, these cards here are not taking the short path. These cards here are deep down, you know that you're hurting because of all this negativity, and that's what your Three of Swords are saying here for you. So yeah, with a lot of challenges here for you that you can face, which is this fairness card here, but at the end of the day, if you look at your own intentions, the truth will always prevail. And this is a positive reading for you if you take it in as that and understand that you've also got karma at play here in your life, big karma responsibilities for yourself. And karma, these people might be coming into life and showing you who they are, and you go, okay, you know what, I'm seeing the same person in different people. So let's say you're dating someone and he's so similar, or she's so similar to somebody you dated 10 years ago. It's because you haven't learned the lesson yet. It's because you're actually going over and over and trying to be the rescuer, trying to be the person who is sucking the life out of you because it's about them. So I think today with your Knight of Wands here, don't talk yourself out of being passionate for yourself, because this whole month, this October, I said to Pile A as well, please go and have a look at your taroscopes, because there is such a connection to self this month. There's such a spiritual connection that you can use spiritual practices in your life. And I think, the Pentacles, you've got 3 Pentacles here that are also about the spiritual journey. And I think if you have this practice of a spiritual journey, you'll know what your true feelings are. You'll be able to adjust how people are using you, or you'll have a bit of a wake-up call here. So from the moment that you wake up in the morning, you will understand how to say, no, you're not going to make me do what you need me to do. It's breaking my heart. I'm not fulfilling my dreams here. I'm not doing my path on my own. I'm relying on you. I'm not independent. You can still be in a relationship with someone. You can still be in a beautiful job as well, as long as you are honoring who you are and you are fair in that with yourself, because your whole message is just vibing on going back to focusing on what's right for you and to what you need in life, Pile B. So let's see. I mean, at the end of the day, what is the worst that can happen? You just lose people along the way that are hangers-oners. I think that's what this is saying to you. This Knight of Wands here is saying to you, well, then you're just going to lose people that are hangers-oners. And this is a fire card, so it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and that can either be yourself or the people around you. So they can be showing you mirrors as well and saying to you, yes, go for it in life, because that's what the Knight of Wands is about getting out there and living your passion, but who you're living it for, because you've got this 3 of Swords in the middle here saying to you that, are you focusing on your goals, or are you focusing on their goals? So yeah, and you want your life to be peaceful as well. You don't want to have this energy inside of your heart that nobody knows about, because your true feelings are getting sustained and others are talking into doing something that you know is wrong. So I think it's just the whole message here is be an individual, be independent. Even though you've got people in your life, it doesn't matter what it is. Be passionate and be headstrong about your life. And whatever that takes for you, start going into that mode, more of that mode, because you've got that. Oh my gosh, you got exactly the same card as Pile A. I think Spirit is just saying that there's a collective message here. So wind activation is about some days you're going to be able to handle life and some days you're not. But what it's saying here too is activate almost like the fairness again. You've got this fairness energy coming through here. Activate the balance in between who is bombarding you from the outside and who is making you feel that you need to be there for them. Listen to your true feelings, 100%. Commit and live to your own passion, your own excitement. Life is about living, not heartbreak. And have fun, have some fun here. Start doing stuff that is obtainable for you. I feel very strongly for you here, Pile B. I think you definitely are. And if this doesn't resonate with you, I mean, these are general readings. Go for Pile A. But this could be somebody in your life that you could be helping as well, because they could have come to you in the last week and said, please help me. I don't feel like I'm living authentically in my own true feelings. So I think this eight of Pentacles here is your answer. Is please don't feel overwhelmed. Please don't feel hopeless. Please don't let your heart get broken anymore. Go back to you and make sure that you organize your life, that you are absolutely not giving up. You just keep on moving on in your grind and push forward. and don't get bogged down what needs to be done. I mean, this might be very daunting for you to think, oh my gosh, as I said, it could be one of your children really upsetting you, and you think, I've nurtured this child from a young age, and now I need to recalibrate the kind of parent I'm being. And if that is you, that's understandable, because we want to do everything for our children. We want everything to be right for them. We want to be able to get them material things. We want to be able to work hard in order to get them everything they need. But you're also giving them the tools to be young adults themselves. So I think it's easy to get sucked into the whole the journey. Well, that child's got that, or that mother's got that, or that house has got that. You can't always live with up to the Joneses, I think. Yeah, I think that is very much, and you become a helicopter parent where you are trying to get everything that they need, but your heart is getting broken in between. And this pertain that to the job as well. You can't control everything in your job, and the same in a relationship where you've got this helicopter vision of that everything needs to be a process of what they need and what not what you need. And hard work beats any kind of day. It's genuine effort here that you can put into your life and not get bogged down by what everybody else needs. Zoom into what you need today. Break down and start living that way. Because I think that's what this is saying to you. This is focus on what you need and what you are enjoying in life, and you making this chain of your enjoyment out of life, which leads to the 9, which leads to the 10. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles is almost like winning the lotto of life. It's like gaining everything that you need. So I think pile B, do this and you won't work a day in your life at anything, at your health, at your job, and as being a role as a parent, mother or father. Listen to your true feelings, and then you can focus on all of that first, and you'll be a better person for it, and you'll be a happier person. You won't have this broken heart feeling, this almost like disappointment in life. It feels like life has disappointed you. So activate your energy going into understanding that sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but in those down days you have, I said to pile 1, to pile A, you get that toolbox of knowledge in the days that feel a little bit easier, and then you use it when the wind comes again and knocks you flying. Oh, pile B, I hope this has helped you. And this is the passion again, and this, as I said, can go 2 ways. The Knight of Wands, the key word for the Knight of Wands is passion. So I think that's what I'm going to leave you with, pile B, is whose passion are you living? Listen to your own true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. Actually, let's go to the guidebook. Maybe that's what I should do. Just see if there's anything else for you here. It says this card means that someone might ask you to do something against your better judgment. You may be tempted to give in to please the other person. You might worry that if you say no, the person will not like you anymore. Oh my gosh, this is just validating. So it says, oh wow, I love it when I get these downloads from Spirit, and it just comes through so perfectly. It says the card reminds you that it's very important to listen to yourself. If you feel confused, then talk with somebody else that you trust. And choose to listen to your inner voice. Choose the path that makes you feel happiest in the long run. Focus on the choices that you can make. Don't let people feel like you've let them down. Try to hear your own true feelings, and that you need to have some quiet time to close the door, shut out yourself from the world. And when the wind comes again, you listen to your body, listen to your heart, and your. So I think I've covered it all now, pile 2, and I'm wishing you so much joy in this, because there's nothing better in life than having a fair day that you can retire with, that you can look at your life backwards and go, you know what, I actually was so authentic to myself. And I think that's what October's all about, is being authentically you. Hope that helps you, pal B. Take care, and I'll chat to you soon.